but it's the constant heavy weightlifting, the ab implants that he has and has talked about, and a massive dose of HGH that makes
He's got
you
ab
look like
implants?
the Liver King.
You are!
There it is.
Hell yeah, boss!
Oh, hey!
Oh, yeah!
Good morning and welcome to episode 1093 of Hard Factor. It is Wednesday, November 30th, 2022. Thank you for cheating on the news with us today. I've got stars, steals, and soccer. The three S's in the cup of coffee in the big time.
Oh,
And
What about snakes?
no snakes this time. But it would be perfect. Who's on deck?
That would be me. And
Patricio.
we're going to be talking about the game of Monopoly and what you've been doing wrong with it your entire life.
I knew it. Every time I lost, I knew something was wrong with the rules.
Something was wrong, Mark.
Yeah.
Might want to send some loved ones to this episode of the show.
Good.
Yeah. I grew up in a family where my dad won every game.
That's why I hate Monopoly, is because somebody always dominates. It sucks.
Every game.
Guys, we're going to get into it
Okay. Yeah.
coming up on my segment.
Remember, there's
the
this
second
one guy
segment of the
out there
show.
that hates it when we talk too much about the story.
Right. All right. Well, who's in the hole?
I am, and I got ice fishing and iced out monks.
Okay. Well, I'll come up
Nice.
in the caboose with an interesting way to travel. The one you probably have not thought of. It worked out for these guys. Yeah.
Fantastic. Thank you, guys. Also, fantastic news. The Fat-a-thon results. This is where the Hardo Hive gets together. We try to lose weight as a group. And congratulations to Aristocrat. That's his Discord server name. He lost 12.2% of his overall body weight, going from 217 to 191. Fantastic work.
Nice.
The
He's now
Aristocrat there.
Arista.
Right.
Thin.
Lost 12%.
Arista
Aristocrat.
thin.
If you do the math, it's exactly 12% of the name Mark left off, just for anyone listening at home. Keep it
Exactly. Exactly.
I might have done too much off, but he still has some work to do for that.
80% accuracy guaranteed. Remember that. And exactly. Arista thin. He's a thin cat, not a fat cat now. I got second, losing about 25
Nice.
pounds.
Will?
Somewhere around there. So
Way
it's
to go,
great.
Will.
How the hell do you do that?
Factor Meals, which is one of our fantastic sponsors today. We'll talk about them in a little bit. Total pounds lost for the Hardo Hive, 332 pounds lighter going into the holidays. So that'll make you feel better. Probably gain all of it back in the holidays, and we'll need another Fat-a-thon to start the next year.
That's what it's all
You can
about.
bank on it.
Aristocrat is getting a prize pack, and the rest of the top 10 besides me will get a wheel spin for a prize during the Hive 5 this week. So stay tuned for that. And speaking of the wheel, the super juiced up wheel parlay is getting even more juiced up for the rest of the season and the playoffs. So if you want to ride with us, patreon.com/hardfactor. Get in there.
It's going to be awesome when we win.
Yeah, it is. Really
I
sweet.
just want to thank everyone for continuing to ride.
Yeah. It's a real Broncos country situation
Shorty,
so
want
far.
to ride with me?
But just like Russell Wilson, we're gonna like flashback. We're gonna have a
We're doing a
flashback.
little bit better than the Broncos will.
I mean, did anyone watch the game the other night? You had Robert Griffin III, and essentially sitting there saying that the Russell Wilson trade was the worst trade in the history of football. Tough to
That's
hear.
tough coming
That's
from
tough to
RG3.
hear out loud, but it's hard to argue at this moment. We'll see, but it's hard to argue right now. Yeah.
I think Alex Smith was on the broadcast. He got in on some of that too.
Oh.
Not good.
I mean, Alex Smith knows that you don't waste your money on a quarterback. He knows that.
It's a lot of gall.
Yeah.
It was a lot of gall. It was a lot of gall, but these two failed Washington quarterbacks saying that this is just the worst thing to happen to football.
Yeah, well, but they don't have a plug in their body to give themselves like electric therapy after games like that weirdo Russell Wilson does. So everybody's
There's a
got
lot
that
of
up
things
on
in
him.
his body.
Everybody's
have
got
the
that up
magic
on
His leg
him.
is
stuff?
disgusting. His
Do they
leg
have the
is-
magic spray like they do in FIFA in the NFL? They must, right?
They don't use it as much, but they should. Yeah.
Yeah.
Magic
Well,
spray.
their legs are kind of covered usually.
That
right?
spray doesn't do anything, does it?
All right. Well, we're going to talk more soccer later in the cup of coffee. So
The magic spray. Better
let's do the news. More magic spray coming up later. Cup of coffee in the big times up first.
Yeah. Cup of coffee in the big time.
Top trending news at the time of taping. Fun fact, the Mario Brothers movie trailer with no Italian accents at all is out. The graphics look great, but
Well, that's not fun at all.
Why do you need another Mario Brothers movie? I mean, the one with John Leguizamo and Dennis Hopper was so good.
Yeah. That was a long time ago, though, Pat, and it was not good. I know you're joking.
all Mario TV has been
to
bad.
get money, to make money. And I'd say the more Italian accents, the better.
Right.
If,
It's
if
upsetting.
you haven't watched the original live action Mario, I highly recommend it.
Who played Bowser? Bob
Bowser
Hoskins?
was
Bob.
Bowser was Hopper, and then Bob Hoskins was Luigi, and you had Mario.
it's a recommendation in the
or
way of
vice
like,
versa.
if you want to like get stoned and laugh at it, how bad it is.
Mm-hmm.
But
They need a Donkey Kong movie is what they need.
Donkey Kong's in this movie, so he's in the trailer. So
Diddy and
no Italian accents though.
Yeah.
So
How do they
At
do
this
the
point.
Donkey Kong? Is it like Lion King live action animated Donkey Kong, or is it straight animated
No, he's
Donkey Kong?
big. It's all animated. It's all like
CGI Donkey Kong.
super CGI. Yeah. No, the graphics look insane.
If they went old school, it would just be him as well trying to rape the princess. Just a bunch of dudes stealing the princess, because that's
This is a whitewashed version of Nintendo, Mark, as we can tell. No Italian accents, no
people
aggressive.
forget. The original
predators.
Donkey Kong is he's just on a shoots and ladders game with the top with the princess wrapped around his arms and
With
Was
Mario
Luigi
trying to
gay?
save.
He's stolen her.
yeah.
No, but Luigi is a gimp of sorts. You got to watch the trailer. I'm not going
Why
to.
do
No
you
spoilers.
care? Let Luigi be.
No, I don't care if he's gay. I'm just making a joke, and I thought that in today's times it would make sense that Luigi might be gay.
Oh, I don't know if they've done that. Well, you'll have to watch the movie.
Luigi's
to find out.
fucking Toad.
If he was gay, who would he
they-
bang?
They
Waluigi?
Buzz Lightyear him.
Yeah,
that-
No, he'd be trying to bang Mario the whole time.
Oh, you're so hot.
Let's stop trying to rescue the princess, Mario.
What do you say we
can
go
just
down this
go
hole?
home.
Let's just go down this hole for a minute.
That's old hat. Never
This
worked.
pipe is a perfect. Okay. Also, guys,
Try
rest
something
in
different.
peace. Rest in peace to Virginia Representative Donald McEakin. Sorry, I didn't look up the pronunciation of Richmond. He's sadly passed away at 61 years old. An actor, Clarence Gilliard Jr. of Walker, Texas Ranger, and of course also
Rivers, Rodriguez, report.
Whoa, wait a minute. What have we here, gentlemen? The police have themselves an RV.
that's right. They sent in the car, and Clarence reported on it there. He was Theo in Die Hard.
He's the tech geek. In
He's
Die
trying to
Hard.
break into the safe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Was he the only one with the like sleek Burger King walkie-talkie? Because I know they all had walkie-talkies, but he had the one that wrapped around his face. Like
Yeah, I think
like a
him is-
motivational speaker has.
He needed his
Him and
hands free
Gruber.
because he was on the
Right.
computer the whole time.
Oh, I
Maybe
understand. the
Gruber
motivation,
had a
yeah.
good
Yeah.
had a good headset, but he had the top headset besides.
I
was
told
last
you
time
he
you-
wasn't going to give you the passcodes, and we didn't need them.
When was the last time you
no,
watched Die Hard? Gruber would never have a headset, bro. He's king.
Well, right, but like he probably had one available.
He has one in the
had-
drawer back at his
Right.
house, or the safe house. But
Nah, like Theo had to keep a second one on hand just in case Hans needed it.
remember in
But
Die Hard 3 how the bad guy Jeremy Irons is Hans Gruber's brother?
Yeah, Die Hard
That's
with a
pretty good.
vengeance. Yeah.
Yeah.
pretty good. It's a great series. I mean, after 3 it kind of fell off, but great series. And R.I.P. Sadly, Clarence Gilyard Jr. he passed away at the age of 66. So wishing the families and friends all the best of Donald McEakin and Clarence Gilyard Jr. Passed away too young. All right. Honorable mentions. Will Smith, guys. He finally opened up to Trevor Noah about the slap at the Oscars. You guys remember, I'm sure, where he marched up on stage and then slapped the shit out of Chris Rock after Chris Rock made a joke about Jada and her
In hindsight, it wasn't really that
dick
big a deal,
haircut.
was it?
No, not really. Not really. But I mean,
It's been a slow news week. I mean, really, it didn't really matter.
I mean, it was at the center stage at the Oscars.
Yeah.
When you slap somebody in the face, it's going to make
It was
pretty
huge when
big
that
news.
happened.
Yeah, I mean, when you literally interrupt the largest award show in the world to hit the host.
Right.
That was the best thing that's happened to the Oscars in the history of the Oscars.
Agreed.
Oh, yeah.
Very entertaining. Very entertaining. Here's the clip of Big Willie Style himself explaining what happened.
Don't know what's going on with people, you know, and I was going through something that night, you know? And not that you know justifies my behavior at all. I would just say, you know, you're asking what did I learn, and it's that we just got to be nice to each other, man. You know, it's like it's
He's really
hard.
reflecting, huh?
And I guess the thing that was most painful for me is I took my heart and made it hard for other people.
The palm of my hand.
Yeah, it was the palm of my hand was the hardest thing for me.
He
Probably
had
the
all
hardest
day to
thing for
prepare
me
for that,
was
and that's what he
Made
gave
it
him.
really hard on Chris Rock. Yeah.
My
It's
wife
saving
was
himself.
publicly
Months-
running
months
around on
preparing.
me. Yeah.
I heard
yeah.
Jimmy Kimmel on Stern talking about it, and he was like, because Jimmy Kimmel hosts the Oscars a bunch of times, and he was like, if I was there, I would have stepped in. He's like, I think that the girls just didn't know what they were doing because I guess there was
sure.
three hosts or whatever, three chicks.
He
I
scored.
mean, he was
he's-
back in
he
his
got-
seat before Chris Rock knew what happened. I don't know.
Jimmy Kimmel lost one-on-one basketball to Ted Cruz. I don't
Ted
think he
Cruz.
would have intervened.
Well, they tied 0-0, right?
He was talking a little.
Gotta
tough.
tell you, I'm a big Jimmy Kimmel guy, and that really sucks that he lost to Ted Cruz.
He shouldn't have done that game.
I mean, you got to train for that game, man.
Didn't it like go to horse because neither of them could score a bucket in open play?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, in this case, Jimmy Kimmel didn't learn his lesson in that case. In this case, Will Smith, he claims he does. He said he was going through some personal stuff, as you heard, which was pretty obvious to anybody with eyeballs, you know, when they saw him slap the fuck out of Chris Rock at center stage on the Oscars. And then, you know, that he learned he needed to be nicer to other people, and other people need to be nicer to him, especially when it comes to slapping the shit out of people in public. So
I was going through my wife fucking other dudes, you know.
That's what I was saying. That's what it really was. It wasn't Chris Rock's joke.
No.
And by the way, I called it on that show, and I bet you still they're going to co-host the Oscars next year.
I hope so. That'd be
100%
fun.
chance.
I don't think Chris Rock is going to fuck around with it.
100% chance he will.
He should pass on it, but they'll offer him a lot of money. Yeah. And also, I'm still way more offended that Will Smith tried to co-opt fatness with his weight loss series 2 summers ago than this Chris Rock slap. Personally,
That was more shocking.
yeah, upsetting.
Yeah.
Terrible stuff.
It's like
Terrible
he slapped
stuff.
all of us.
He really did. Right in the face. All of
Sticking
our fat
his stomach
faces.
out. Sticking his stomach out like he's actually fat.
Yeah, he was taking pictures like trying to look fat to claim he was fat. And
Like
then,
he's faking a pregnancy.
He was
Well, that's
bloated.
He was bloated, but also the worst part of that is he released those fat pictures after he'd already lost the weight. Like his workout video.
Right. No, he
didn't release them in real time when he was fat. He released them like these bloated pictures, and
I lost all
been
respect for
skinny
him
when he released them. Yeah.
after the fat thing. It was unreal what he did with that. Yeah,
And that's
then he
amazing
sold
that
it.
you kept respect for him for 35 years of your life. Having
Well, you
seen
share
him.
the same name with somebody, and he's a pretty good actor, and you hold the respect for a long
Rose
time. But
tinted
then,
glasses when you share.
but
the
then
same
well,
name.
yeah, but then once he did that with the fatness, and he sold it to like YouTube in advance, like you said, Mark. Oh, that was unreal. That was unreal. As a fat man, unreal, unspeakable. And from one disappointing star to another, the Liver King, guys. Shocking news here. He's been caught taking steroids. Can you believe it?
what's the? I thought he did that. Huh? What's shocking?
I don't buy it.
No, guys. He says that his whole thing is about how he would never take steroids, and that eating primal animal organs is what makes you ripped.
He looks like if He-Man and the Ultimate Warrior were thrown together by a meteor and like explode.
Right.
You can't get that body without steroids.
But Mark is
Apparently he
primal.
stinks.
He's primal, bro. That's how he did it. But no, he was actually, as you know, as Mark astutely pointed out, he was taking steroids, as everybody with a brain knew. And not just a bullshit tiny amount of roids either. The amount that makes you look like the Liver King, which is $12,000 worth of HGH a month, 3 injections a day, as discovered by YouTuber More Plates, More Dates, Derek. So
That guy though who did the cycle for him, like whoever you need a cycle advisor from what I've heard, never done steroids. What a good job that person did.
Oh, he looks
well, no, he got caught by looking for a new advisor. and
Right, because
not
the
realizing
advisor probably said, "Hey, look, you've had my services for too long. It's not fair. I have to spread it out."
So
right. They were like, Liver King, you can't take any more steroids.
What-
Your body's gonna fall
does
apart.
Liver King sell like besides the lifestyle, but does he like sell livers or does he sell pills or something?
Oh, Mark, we'll get to that.
Okay, because if he's not selling a thing in a bottle that says you'll look like him, who cares?
Mark, well, he may be, and not to say that eating animal organs isn't healthy, but it's the constant heavy weightlifting, the ab implants that he has and has talked about, and a massive dose of HGH that makes
got
you look
ab
like the
implants?
Liver King. Yes,
Look at those,
ab
Les.
implants.
That's not natural.
I mean, I've
Yeah.
seen bodybuilders have, pretty jacked up abs, but I mean, that's disappointing.
Ab implants, HGH, enough HGH to kill a horse. That's the Primals thought that was all from livers and testicles. And I'd run through a list of Facebook commenters from the Primals making fun of us for not being as fit as the Liver King, but I don't have 3 days to do the cup of coffee.
Well, I mean, we have two references that we know of on this show that live primal. You got Grady, Crazy Grady, and Liver King. So like, it's a small sample size, but I was like, wow, this one guy's on steroids and this other guy's very sickly. You know?
Yeah, it's pretty easy to call right from the first viewing of those guys.
Both about to die.
Yeah,
Both
that's
have
why I
blood
think he
tickers.
was. That's what I'm saying. I think that he needed a new advisor because his advisor's like, I can't do this anymore in good conscience. And to all the primals out there who hated on us for calling this one from the start, as always, this hard factor is dedicated to the haters who, Mark, have spent over $100 million in the last year on Liver King supplements like dopes.
Well, they are idiots. Yeah. So I mean,
Well,
laughing at you guys.
Will, do you think that they purchased some of the supplements? Like, I don't know, the supplement here, Honor at shopthefittest.com. Let me pull this up really quick.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they love.
Do you
Honor.
think they bought the Honor supplement? Which that of which he has none.
Yeah, Honor's not for cheaters.
They love all these. Look at these names: the Queen Stack, the King Stack.
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
whole feast.
This is bullshit.
It's a
He's been selling
scam, yeah.
Supplements. Yeah, it's a scam.
Oh, he has a supplement called Rest, where you can dominate your sleep.
Funny enough,
Gaining in your sleep.
Funny enough, he admittedly gets no sleep because his roids are too strong, keep him up at night. He told that to the person who leaked all the emails. Okay, final honorable mention on to another alleged dope. I want you guys to meet Sam Brinton. They are non-binary and work for the Department of Energy as the Deputy Assistant Secretary on Nuclear Energy Waste. And
That kind of looks like Matt Damon there a little bit.
a lot like Matt Damon,
A lot
right?
like Matt Damon there. Yeah, right.
He's like Matt Damon in a dress with red lipstick. Yeah.
And he might kill everyone in the room.
It is a bit of a weirdly big smile.
Secret, yeah.
It's frightening.
So Sam, they recently told police that they had no idea that they had taken a bag from baggage claim in Minnesota on September 16th, and they had no idea that it wasn't theirs. Despite not having checked a bag for the flight, and the bag that they swiped from the baggage claim was a Vera Bradley $2,325 roller bag.
Nice bag.
That then they took the ID tag off of on security camera. So
that's a thief right there.
yeah.
Didn't pack a bag. Took the nicest bag on the carousel. Yeah.
Yep. And then
Do you
ripped the tag off on security camera.
Do you think they said to themselves before they got there, like, I swear to God, if I see one of X, Y, or Z bags,
such and
I'm
such.
Vera
taking it.
Bradley. Yeah.
Or
I see a
do you think
pink Vera Bradley.
do you think they saw it and were just like they just acted? They,
I think it was like a
the latter,
gem.
Pat.
It was. I think it was like that. It was like Indiana Jones seeing the idol, and he had to switch it with the sandbag.
Beautiful bags coming down the carousel and a light
Yeah.
bulb.
No, so beautiful that they ended up using it for the next month on at least 2 trips after dumping all the clothes out in their hotel room in Minnesota. And this is all according to Sam's own testimony, who is now charged with felony theft after admittedly lying to the cops when they initially questioned them about the theft, and then called back later with a completely different story, which was also probably false.
Right.
So
people probably grab their own bags all the time, but when you don't have a bag, that's an issue.
yeah.
Right.
Well, I mean, especially that bag.
And then you grab it and it's not yours. And you're like,
If you grab the wrong bag
richest
on
person's
accident,
bag.
you return it.
It's
Right?
not a
you
Samsonite.
return it.
Return it.
But
Right, yeah.
dude, stealing someone's bag sucks.
Fucked up.
Stealing someone's bag when it's packed with shit
And
and,
it's a
they
big
just
bag.
arrived in a
fucked up.
city to probably do something and don't have any of that shit. That's dirty, man.
Ruin that
Oh,
trip. Yeah, ruin the trip.
Sam fucked up so badly. So badly. They're
an
definitely
asshole.
going to have
They're an
to
asshole.
plea. For sure, Wes. And they're definitely going to have to plea to avoid the 5-year, $10,000 max penalty
Oh,
on
yeah.
this one.
That's not happening.
Sam's not going to get that, but Sam's fired, right? Like,
Right. No, they're on leave until the court case, but they'll have to take the plea deal because
but they're not
obviously
coming back.
guilty on
They're not coming
camera.
back to work for the government.
Right. And you also just have to wonder how a fucking nuclear scientist can be so stupid to throw their career away for a roller bag.
It's a
Good
nice
taste.
Bag. Nice bag.
It must have been a nice bag. Also in DC, more J6 Oath Keepers got tossed in jail. The Senate passed the Respect for Marriage Act 6136 that would, protect gay and interracial marriages. And guys, apparently Joe Biden.
Close one.
6136. That was a blowout. Blowout.
You know those motherfuckers are getting letters. It was bipartisan, but they're getting letters tomorrow, man.
Oh, for sure they're getting letters. And Joe Biden, guys, used to apparently, President Joe Biden time himself, used to apparently play flanker back in college at football.
As I told you, if I had you running in front of me when I was playing flanker back, I could have been an All-American, man. It could have been big. It could have been
Locker
big.
room position.
What's flanker back?
It sounds like a shower thing.
It's a position that probably has been removed from football over
No,
the
it's a
years.
position that's never existed.
It never
It's
existed,
archaic.
yeah.
When they had
Flanker
when they
back
had
never existed.
leatherhead helmets.
I'm sure it existed.
Not even in those days.
Yeah.
Flanker back was not a thing.
I just Googled it. It existed, just not well.
Flanker back
football
was
was televised.
Position from 1906 to 1909.
Joe Biden would have been an All-American in that one semester he played freshman year before he dropped off the team. Okay, which brings us to
The cream of the crop!
Like it's a football player stationed wide of the formation, slightly behind the line of scrimmage as a pass receiver, also called a flanker back. What?
flanker back.
So it's like a hybrid. Who knows? Who cares?
I've never heard the term before in my life. Played football for
Just
15
direct
years.
snap it to the flanker back.
Yeah, it's an old term.
It's a hard angle to snap it to the flanker back.
Instead, I was stuck playing tiddlywinks.
All right. The cream of the crop today, guys, is the World Cup. Ecuador's allegedly giant penises didn't help them in the World Cup this year as they couldn't self-report the final score and got eliminated by Senegal 2-1 right before the USA eliminated Iran 1-0 and moved on to face the Orange of the Netherlands this Saturday at 10 a.m. Eastern, if you want to watch that.
We're gonna fuck
man.
the Netherlands up.
We're gonna
Well,
fuck them up.
Pulitz's just balls heal up in time.
Yeah,
Right,
you got
fuck 'em
kicked
up.
right in the dick.
Well, dude, we got so much depth on that team that they haven't been using, and they're gonna maybe have to. But dude, you know
Not
what's
at
so
forward.
Second
but-
goal was onside, by
Yeah.
the way. That was a sick goal.
was onside,
Yeah, for sure.
I gotta say, international play flopping is lamer than it is in non-international play. But those Iranians, man, come on, have some pride for yourself.
Well, they were playing for their lives, Pat, when they were scrambling to get all the goals.
Get your
and
ass
the
up
penalties.
and try to
in the last
make a
10
play on
minutes.
the ball.
Well, if your life depended on it, you'd probably be begging for a penalty as well.
They might have been hoping that they were dying on the field because they knew.
The left
They're
back that
suffering
got
worse
torched by Dest, we might not see him again.
Yeah, and then Wes made a comment. We were texting, and Wes was like, "That guy that missed the header is going to lose his head, right?" Like, at the
header
end,
cost him his
diving
head.
header. Yeah,
It's a little bit bittersweet.
I think the left back and the guy that missed the header in the 94th minute are going to wake up in a like in the opening of Saw 1 when they're like, "What are you doing here?" And they're like,
in the room,
their
chained to
ankles
something.
chained. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be them on the flight home, that's for sure. Okay, on to the teams that are moving on. England plays Senegal in the round of 16 on Sunday, and we find out who advances with France at 10 a.m. today, and who moves on from Group C, which includes Mexico, Saudi Arabia, Poland, and Argentina, where all 4 teams have a chance to advance to the round of 16 going into the last group stage game at 2 p.m. Eastern today. So
that's the one we like.
Viva Mexico, right? Or Mexico? Is that
I'm rooting for Mexico. I'd like Mexico and Argentina probably to advance there.
Of course. And that's what they need to happen. Mexico needs Argentina to crush Poland and to beat Saudi Arabia by as much as they can. It would be nice to get more North American teams in the knockout round. R.I.P. to Canada.
Well, Poland
they look good.
Fuck Saudi Arabia, but Poland kind of deserves it after their humanitarian efforts this year. But, we'll see.
Right. They'd have to do well against Argentina and have Mexico do poorly against the Saudis. Costa Rica also still alive as well. They need to at least tie Germany on Thursday to get in for the North American teams.
Good luck.
And that's today's cup of coffee in the big time.
Nice.
And I need to get a coffee because I know I'm busy, and I'm sure you're busy too, especially around the holidays. So save yourself some time, money, and portion size if you're like me, and sign up for Factor Meal Delivery right now. They shop, prep, cook, and deliver to your door so you can enjoy chef crafted, dietitian approved meals during the holidays, minus the hassle. Plus, with 34 meals per week, including gourmet plus keto, calorie smart, vegan plus veggie, and 36 plus weekly add-ons, you have plenty of nutritious, flavorful options to choose from. 2 minutes in the microwave or 10 minutes in the oven. And I'm eating something way better than I could have cooked for myself, and a more sensible portion than I would have laid out for myself. Plus, Factor is cheaper than dining out. Put the money that you save towards holiday fun and you time. And thanks to Factor's commitment to ingredients with integrity, you can enjoy flavorful, chef-crafted meals guilt-free. Need a special occasion meal? Gourmet Plus is the perfect solution if you're looking at a fast, upscale option done easy. When things get hectic during the holidays, Factor is flexible. Change your order up to every week with plans from 4 to 18 meals per week, or pause or reschedule your deliveries anytime. If you're going out of town, they work with you very easy. Factor's no prep, no mess meals save me so much time on planning and cleanup that I can fully enjoy the holidays without wasting hours in the kitchen, which is a big deal, when family's in town. Not only does Factor offer fast, simple solutions when I'm too busy to cook, they also help me stay on top of my goals with offerings like Protein Plus and Keto. I can stay on track even during the holidays. And in addition to their ready-to-eat meals, they have cold-pressed juices, smoothies, energy bites, veggie sides, and more to keep me energized during the frantic holiday times. Head to go.factor75.com/hardfactor60 and use code hardfactor60 to get 60% off your first box. That's code hardfactor60 at go.factor75.com/hardfactor60 to get 60% off your first box. And seriously, this was the main thing that helped me lose those 25 pounds during the Fat-a-thon. So thank you to Factor Foods. They portion control me way better than I can do myself.
Yeah, the stuff is seriously good. It's seriously good. You know what else is seriously good? Omaha Steaks. Let me be really honest with you. It's gift giving season, and gift giving is terrible. I absolutely hate it. I think it's the worst. Not because I don't like to give. I'm happy to give. I'd give you everything I have. I'm a communist in theory. But the problem is, what am I going to get you? I'm going to get you something else that you're going to waste, throw away, put in the closet. I don't think so. Not with Omaha Steaks.
No.
Because Omaha Steaks as a gift means you're giving the gift of deliciousness and joy. Omaha Steaks is America's original butcher since 1917, and a holiday gift that's guaranteed to be loved. The quality of these steaks is fantastic. They come in this disposable cooler, right, that can stay cold for like days on days, so don't worry about that. It's
giving you a heart.
It's ice packed.
It does.
Yeah,
Yes.
you sent a couple filet mignons over there. They're bacon wrapped to someone. If that shows up at their doorstep, you know what you're going to get? A phone call, not a thank you note. The phone call is going to be like, holy shit, I didn't even think you could send steaks as a gift. What a great gift. The quality of these steaks is amazing.
They're also going to get you a better gift next year because they fucked up.
There you go. I mean, there you have it. It's straight up, guys. It's really easy. It's really simple. Do this now. Go to omahasteaks.com. Use promo code HARDFACTOR at checkout. Get $30 off your order. Send an assortment of mouthwatering favorites, guaranteed to impress, like the legendary Butcher's Cut Filet, Mignon, Air Chilled, boneless chicken breasts, ultra juicy burgers. The burgers are really good and easy to provide comfort meals. I'm a big fan of the apple tart, which is like it's like a mini
Those
apple
are
pie.
delicious.
I ate
Call you
all
our
of them.
tart boy. We call him Tart Boy.
I'm a little tart boy. Yeah, that's omahasteaks.com, guys. Promo code HARDFACTOR, one word. Use that to get 30% off. You might want to do that now. Send a couple folks on your gift list the Omaha Steaks package. You're going to be happy you did, and so will they. You guys ever play Monopoly with your family?
Only all the time.
Yeah, I hate
Right. Why do you hate it, Wes?
because I think it's boring.
You think it's boring? What's a different activity you'd like to do more?
Watch TV.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, a movie.
Watch a
Over
movie,
over losing to my dad for the infinitieth time in
Been
Monopoly.
spending 3 hours not having the properties I want.
I like to sit in silence.
Yeah, exactly, Mark. That's a great point. If you're just watching TV, you're not interacting with your family.
No, you're
There's
not.
no competition. There's no fun. There's no winner. There's no loser, except for maybe you, Wes, because you're not watching. I mean, you're not playing. You're watching. You know, you see what I'm saying? Like, I know what you mean, but you got to enjoy it.
It's like watching Twitch. Like your son, you make fun of him for it.
Exactly.
No,
right?
I just don't. Yeah, no. I just make sure nobody plays in my family. That's what I.
That's right. Wes will throw away all the pieces, the important ones, the key pieces, the dice. No dice.
Where'd the
with
hotels
Wes.
go? That's
Where'd
no fun without the
go?
hotels, is it?
Yeah. Well, guys, the story today I'm talking about is Monopoly related, obviously. Again, it's the holiday season. It's a game I love to play, but largely don't have the patience to get all the way through. So the first thing I did when I was thinking about Monopoly was look and see how long is a game of Monopoly supposed to take, right? I feel like it's
answer.
I feel like it's a trope, right? They're like, Monopoly, if played correctly, takes forever.
I say 2 hours.
Here's the answer. When played with standard rules, a typical game takes 60 to 90 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
When common house rules, and that's an important term there, guys. House rules are invented by the people. These are not rules that are issued by the Monopoly official rulebook. Are added in. The game can take 3 hours or longer. So that's the long ass Monopoly that you've been playing, and it got me thinking. Well, what are the rules that are house rules, and what are the rules that are official rules? And
I'm very intrigued. You got my attention.
yeah, well, that was the idea, Mark. I think you're going to be a little bit surprised, guys. So let me ask you this. When you guys are playing Monopoly, do you play that right when you start the game that you can immediately start buying properties, or
No,
do
you
you
gotta go
have to
around
do
once.
a lap?
Got to go around once.
Okay.
No, yeah, you can buy them the second you land on them.
Yeah, I also play. You can buy the second you land on them.
Well, you guys, Will and Mark, played the correct way.
Yeah.
Wes, you play the common but incorrect way.
No wonder.
Which is
I
you
hate
got to
it 'cause
take a lap.
It takes forever.
No wonder I hate it. What are you doing taking an extra
Why would you
lap
have to
for?
take a
I'm so
lap?
bad
Why
at
would you
rolling
take a
dice.
lap?
I'm just so bad at rolling dice. I never get around first.
So you're going. You never get the $200. Yeah.
The theory
never
about taking
get-
a lap is it elongates the game and also potentially evens the playing field, I guess,
That's
because everyone's got a little more cash when they're going around the second time, and
Oh,
you
come
can't
on.
just get lucky out the gate. Okay, here's another rule.
So
so
it makes it
stupid.
less easy for players who are less seasoned to win.
It's an
We got a
advantage to
lot
the
of-
guy who rolls first.
It's an advantage to anybody who knows how to manage their money better, probably.
It's like putting one leg in double dutch and taking it out, put it back in, taking it out. Like just get in the fucking thing and jump the rope.
Get in the game.
That's a
Getting
bullshit
10
rule.
second head start in a sprint.
Yeah.
Guys, there's a lot more rules we're going to go through, so don't get attached to that one. How do you guys treat the free parking situation? When you land on free
I load
parking,
that up with money. All the money that goes from chest, community chest, and chance goes straight into the middle. And anytime you land on free parking, that bad boy's loaded up with cash.
yeah, that's how I play at home, but that's bullshit. Free parking's nothing. The taxes are supposed to go to the bank, and free parking was designed as just a respite from
What's
getting
it doing on the board?
it literally just a rest, just a free place that you can land where you don't have the pressure of having to pay rent. Okay, guys, if you land
Oh,
on
really?
a
You're not supposed to get anything for free parking.
no, you're just supposed to you get a beat. You get a beat. Sit there, take a
It's
beat.
like hanging out at Wes's house. You just watch TV in quiet in the free parking spot.
I've played online Monopoly, though, and I feel like you get money for free parking.
Yeah, 'cause it's more
you're-
fun that way, Will.
You're misremembering, Will. I
Well, it
promise you.
changed the game.
Are you sure?
Guys, did you know that when you land on a property, if you don't want to buy it, according to the official rules, that property automatically goes to auction. Meaning
Yeah,
that
I did know that, but that's stupid.
people can get the property for less
That's
than
so
it's
stupid.
worth. Did you guys ever play that when you're in jail, you can't get paid? You ever hear that rule?
No.
Yeah,
Well,
no,
good.
that rule was the one.
I've heard of
they
that
stuck
rule.
to that rule at my house. Yeah.
If
Yeah,
someone landed on your property, but you were in jail, they didn't pay you.
Exactly. Yeah. That rule is made up by your mom, who doesn't want you to go to jail in real life.
Yep.
It's bullshit.
That was made up. That was done by my dad in that case. But yes.
Yep. Do you guys ever play the rule that if you land on go, you
Get 400.
400, right?
Yes.
Bullshit. What about getting a hotel? How do you get a hotel in Monopoly?
You buy 3 to 5 houses, I forget, but you have to buy
Okay.
them first.
4 houses.
5, I think.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of people play that you buy 3 houses and the 4th house is a hotel. That's cheating. You actually need 4.
And the 5th house is a hotel.
Right.
Exactly. And guys, finally surrendering to the banker when someone runs out of money, they are out of the game. But many people then give everything back to the banker. This means people have to go around the board and buy their properties again. In official rules, the loser actually gives everything to the person they owe the money to, meaning the
Right.
game can be over a lot quicker.
Yeah. If you land on Boardwalk and you owe someone $3,000, you have to mortgage your properties and give them the properties. Yeah. But
Yeah,
they have to then
we
they have
always
to
played-
unmortgage them.
And then they
We always
dominate the
played
game.
that rule. Yeah, yeah.
Then it's
Well, anyway, maybe, Wes, you'd have a little bit more fun playing Monopoly if you played standard rules and not these house rules that make the game long, arduous, and confusing.
Unless it's
And
doing 3 laps.
that same advice I might give to a Tulsa man.
You ever have the rule where you just get up and leave in the middle?
Yeah.
That is a common rule in many households. Yeah.
It's called roll for me while I'm smoking.
I'll be back.
He's not smoking.
I'm going to go check the score of the game.
Guys, a family game night in Tulsa turned violent and led to an assault charge. This is according to Tulsa Police Department officers who responded to a call of shots fired at a home on Saturday evening. Police said a family was playing Monopoly when a fight broke out between John Armstrong and his stepdad. And, quote, after knocking over the Monopoly board and turning over furniture, another family member told Armstrong and the stepfather to take it outside because they were battling. My guess is the stepfather had either Park Place or maybe one of the Marvin Gardens, something
Instead of saying
expensive.
stop it, family members, they said take it outside.
Take it outside. So the two said, all right, we will take it outside. And that's when Armstrong pulled out a pistol, chased his stepfather and stepsister down to the street at gunpoint and fired 1 round at them. But it was just a warning shot as if to say, next time, I'm going to be the winner of Monopoly. This is the guy. He looks pretty upset. I guess he also shot at the father. Officers arrived. They found the Monopoly game in pieces scattered around the living room. Armstrong was charged with...
Did they let him roll for doubles when he actually went to jail?
Right, that would have been funny. The Facebook post from the Tulsa Police Department says he will not get a get out of jail free card.
What if he had one on him? The cops almost should have let him go if he had it in his back pocket.
Yeah, they should have.
Yeah, that's a tough next year's holidays for this guy who's going to be doing potentially.
Oh, you're not going
3 to 5.
Yeah, you're not going back to that holiday party ever again.
Someone shows up with Monopoly and it's like PTSD.
In jail. Yeah, he's gonna get in a fight over a Monopoly game. Everybody at that family party is just talking about the time he shot at everybody. That's what goes on at that.
It's a little inside joke at their family gatherings.
Yeah.
We better not get out Monopoly. Oh.
In this house, people tend to actually go to jail.
Might kill you.
Yeah.
Hey, this doesn't mean you can't pay me while I'm in jail. The money you owe me, cuz.
Right.
He might say.
I played Life recently with my sister and my niece were in town. And Life is you ever played Life?
Longer
love
than
Life.
Life is longer than Monopoly, right?
It's long. Yeah.
It's like Risk.
It's a
of
weird game.
Monopoly.
I played it growing up. It's a weird little game, that game of Life. Yeah.
Everything's about like having kids and whatnot.
Oh, you have
right?
so many kids and pets. Your car's full of
pets,
kids and
mortgages.
pets and jobs, and yeah, it's weird.
I was trying to get the beach house, but I wasn't that lucky. Always.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a classic game. Life's a good one, but it's longer than Monopoly.
it's a long one.
All right, guys. Let's go to the great white north of the good old USA, where as soon as it gets cold enough, the men up there participate in the most obvious activity designed solely to escape their families, ice fishing, a.k.a. ice drinking. Just
Prostitutes.
countless men pretending to love ice fishing, freezing their asses off so they can pound beers in peace. Is basically
don't forget about the whores, Wes.
Prostitutes.
right. and the prostitutes. That's right. And what happened over 200 men on Upper Red Lake in northern Minnesota could have been a literal dream come true, had it not been for the fast-acting Beltrami County Sheriff's Office, who came and ruined it for them. So what happened is the men were ice fishing, a.k.a. pounding beers on ice at JR's Corner, which is a popular ice fishing resort / men's bender resort. And the men were out there on the ice getting hammered.
JRs, you guys ever known a JR in your life?
Oh, I've known a couple JRs.
Yeah, JRs are always a good time, man.
Was it our
Anytime.
freshman year RA, JR?
Oh, I don't know. One of the guys, old school guys, old boys in LSU rugby, his name is JR, and he throws some of the best. Some of the best tailgates. He's always
Old JR.
his skin is like 5 inches thick from the sun. It's just like
JRs will always tell you what form of violence they'll use to right a wrong. Like, I swear he comes any closer, I'm a crow hop him. That's what I'm gonna do. What?
What's that guy's name? JR.
Crow hop, yeah, crow hop JR. Remember?
Do you think
That guy never crow hop nobody.
He didn't party hard at all, but they're always a good time. JRs.
Yeah. Do you think the ice fishing guys have a code name for prostitutes, like maybe like Eskimos? Like ran into a couple Eskimos.
Right, like a lot lizard.
For sure.
Anyone bringing any Eskimos this trip?
Ice bunnies. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, they love it.
Yeah.
So, Wes, this is like Don's Fish Camp in San Marcos kind of thing, where like it's like maybe there's a shack, but then really they're using his area of the lake, JR's area.
This is Grumpy Old Men. You ever seen Grumpy Old Men?
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
absolutely. This is Grumpy Old Men. And the news talked to one guy, and he said, I like fishing because my wife isn't here. That's why I like fishing. And that's the only, that's what he said. And then, he said, it's just me and the boys, no nagging, just me and the boys cracking beers on the ice. Can I be honest with you? I don't even know how to fish. But we reel in a lot of 12 ounces. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what he said. Yeah.
Ice house.
And he said to the news guy, he said, hey, Mike, wait, did you hear that? Sounds like my wife asking me to do some bullshit. And the reporter said, no, sir, I didn't. And he said, exactly, Mike. I don't hear it either. Anyway, so what happened? Well, the wind shifted and separated a large portion of the ice from the ice that connects to the mainland. And basically, the men soon realized they were in the middle of the most awesome scenario possible. They were trapped on a floating sheet of ice with cold beer, not a wife in sight. It was perfect.
The party never ends.
Yeah, they had the best excuse why they couldn't go home.
Taking this act on the road.
Yeah.
Plus, winter's only going to get colder. Yeah.
Yeah.
How many times do you think they say to each other, this is how they send the Inuits out to die?
Yeah. We think one of the guys is out there chiseling it away, hoping it happens. He's like,
right. Yeah. If one of them's really
better than
down,
going home to my wife. Am I right?
One of them's really down. Yeah. Or
you got to get out there. You got to get out there early in the season because it's the best chance of this happening to you because the ice isn't as thick as it should be.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's going to lock in though. They're going to eventually be able to walk back when it freezes.
Right.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, in every group of dudes, there's one pussy whipped man who panicked, quickly called the police, crying, saying he needed to get rescued because he promised his sweetheart he would be home that night. And Mike was like, I think we should kill him.
Yeah.
I think we should slip on the island. Nobody was up for it.
We didn't take Greg's phone this year.
Yeah. Then it was too late, and the county sheriffs came, and then they let me see if I have the picture. They put basically a ramp from the or a bridge from the broken ice sheet to the main one. There it is.
Built him an ice bridge.
Yeah, they built him an ice bridge so they could just walk across. At one point, there was like 26 feet in some place.
Mike kicks it in the ocean. Kicks it.
What the hell are you doing?
I dropped it. Oh,
You could tell my wife I said I'm not coming too.
it's a bridge too far.
What day is today? Sunday? Why don't you come back Monday? We got church today.
Yeah. They could have given him a few more hours. They were all out of there in 3 hours, and they're very pissed at whoever called the police on them. It could have been the best scenario ever. They could have been out there all night just getting hammered on a floating piece of ice, but they were rescued, so all is well.
Okay. Well, wouldn't it freeze up like pretty soon, right? It's cold up there, like overnight. Right?
It was the wind that shifted and it broke it up, and so I guess it's early in the season. So eventually, yes, it would have frozen up, but it might have taken a few
too long, and you don't want to spend a night out there, probably.
Yeah, exactly. They all might have died. Finally, let's go to Southeast Asia, Thailand, where authorities have been seizing records amount of meth over the years. According to Inside Paper Online, Thailand is a major transit country for methamphetamine flooding in from Myanmar's troubled Shan state via Laos. And that's according to the United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime. So in Thailand, you can get a pill of meth for about 50 cents American. So, I mean,
A pill? Meth pill?
meth pill. What that's called yaba is what they call it. It's a mix of methamphetamine and caffeine. And I mean,
One
what a
yaba,
night!
please.
What a night! You fuck a prostitute for $10, you take a 50-cent meth pill, and then you drink $2 beers all night. You guys, anyone want to go to Thailand?
I mean, Thailand, they legalize weed too, Wes, so
Yeah.
They have those.
I'm interested.
They have those moonlight parties. Ooh.
Yeah. Well, the only catch is that you might get tricked. You might fuck a lady boy, but the trans women over there
Take
are
that to the
fucking
grave. It's fine.
hot.
Hot.
They're very hot. In fact, I kind of went down a rabbit hole of how hot they are.
Okay.
So
Let's see it.
I want to play a little game with you guys before we get to the story.
I got to get this on the big screen. Okay.
So
yes.
I looked up some of the hottest lady boys and hottest biological women in Thailand, and I want to see if you guys can guess which one is a lady boy.
This will be hard.
So let's play the aptly named game.
Which one, lady boy?
One on the right's a lady boy.
All right, you guys ready?
You'd have to assume with the dress.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna put up.
They're all
some.
lady boys, by the way. This is a trick. Every single one of these is gonna
You know
be
what,
lady
Mark?
boys.
I knew that you would be the guy that would figure out that I
They're
would
all
put
lady
up.
boys.
No, they're not all lady boys
Oh.
because I knew that you would think that.
Yeah.
I knew that you were the one that was going to call me out on that. I originally was going to do that, and I said, "No, Mark's
See?
going to
I knew
do
you.
it.
You were gonna do it.
Mark's going to know, but I know you too.
That's friendship.
So they're not all. It's half and half here.
I love that. All right, let's play.
Yeah. All right. So here's the first woman. Tell me, is this a real woman or a lady boy?
Ooh.
God,
Lady boy?
lady boy.
I'm going real lady.
Pat, you are correct. That is a real lady. Okay.
Nailed it.
Here we go. Next one.
She had a big Adam's apple for a real lady.
Yeah. Next one.
Lady boy. Lady boy.
Lady boy.
Lady boy.
Lady boy.
Nope. That's a real woman too.
What?
That's a real woman too. All right. Here we go. Next one.
Lady boy.
Yeah, that one's so tricky. It's got to be lady boy.
Real woman.
That's a lady boy, Mark.
That's impossible. That's impossible. How did she get the bottom to look like that? That's
Next
amazing.
one.
Lady boy.
Lady boy.
That's a real lady.
That's a lady boy. That's a lady boy. Next
On
one.
the board.
Lady boy.
Real lady.
It's a it's an iron.
That's a what?
Oh, I'm sorry. That's a lady.
Real lady.
That's a lady boy. Here we go.
Good looking lady boys out there. That's a real lady. Come on.
Lady boy.
That's a real woman. That's a
Real woman. Nice.
Yeah,
Good guess,
yeah.
Mark.
Okay, a couple more here.
Lady boy.
Lady boy.
Lady.
That's a lady boy. We played that one. We did that one. What about this one?
Huh. Now, that one's
she in
tricky
school?
because she's dressed as a
Yeah, she goes to
schoolgirl.
She's getting educated.
That's a smart lady boy.
That's a lady.
I don't want to guess because I feel
How would
like
you
this
even
is,
verify
That's
this?
a-
Wes?
that's a-
Where would you even source this
That's
photo?
an 11th grade lady boy.
yeah, this is dangerous ground.
That's a lady boy.
What are the
That's a lady boy. Oh, what I did is I found. Hang on. Let me see if you guys can get this
I have
one.
no idea.
That's a lady boy.
lady?
Lady.
That's a lady. Okay. Well, you guys did terrible. No, this
think I
one.
only
What I
missed
did
two.
is I looked up the 10 hottest lady boys in Asia, in Thailand, and then the hottest women in Thailand.
It's
and
really hard to tell the
It's
difference.
really
It
hard.
is
right?
very hard.
Yeah,
It is
it's
very hard.
It's very hard. So that was fun. Now back to the meth. Again, yaba, as it's called, is on the streets over there. Can be found on every corner of Thailand. At this point, a tablet is cheaper than a beer, and that's from the same people, the United States crime investigative people. By the way, yaba, combination of meth and caffeine, and it means crazy medicine in Thai. And
Dabba dabba doo.
yeah, it's produced. Yeah, crazy meth. Yeah, but yeah.
Well,
And,
meth and caffeine will definitely send you over the edge. I mean,
Why the caffeine, man?
to add to the
it.
top, go over the top. Yeah.
It's
I
like
think
it's like taking a shot of liquor with a beer floater. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Well,
but it makes
also
it cheaper. Yeah,
awesome.
step on it. Yeah.
and it's so prevalent over there that now even monks are getting strung out on stuff. Have you ever tried to meditate? Got to be impossible on meth.
What? They're gonna sit still for hours on meth?
No,
that's-
they're talking about Shark Tank ideas and smoking cigs.
That's really conquering like your inner peace if you can do it on a yaba.
It is. You reach nirvana if you can do that.
Yeah, that's nirvana.
That is Nirvana for sure.
Talk about the quickest way to break a monk's vow of silence, right?
Yeah, no shit. It's a big no-no in monkmanship, and according to the article, the entire temple, only 4 monks, including an abbot, which is the head monk at a temple in
Hey, Abbott.
some province here, which is basically, this province is basically like the West Virginia, Thailand. It's far enough. It's far from the big city. It's up there in
they
North
make
Thailand.
a lot of
Yeah,
meth.
it's meth.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Beautiful,
yeah.
beautiful landscape, but a lot of
Yeah,
meth.
they tested positive for methamphetamine, and now they've all been demonked or defrocked and sent to rehab. Nothing with
You can demonk someone?
it's called
Yeah.
defrocking. Yeah,
You just
You're not
gotta
allowed
get
to
their
take
frock.
meth as a monk. Yeah.
If you get their frock out of their possession, then you're the monk now.
Is that it for them, or can they get back in?
They can get the frock back if they
yeah,
can.
can they
If
get
they
the
can.
frock
They,
back?
get the
if they
frock.
do the penance, but some monks can drink beer, but meth, no way, right?
yeah. Meth is a big no. I mean, I remember going to rehab and being like, man, I'm such a piece of shit. Like, and then like a few doctors came in and like made me feel better because like they're successful.
I
If a
killed
monk-
6
if
people in
if
surgery.
a monk came in, I would feel so great. It would be the best. I mean, even a monk is susceptible to this shit.
Yeah, the morale in the rehab places sent him to is through the roof.
Oh my god, they'd teach you how to meditate like a pro. The best thing that happened to a rehab place is a monk.
Hey, fellas, they defrocked me.
Yeah. So, but now the temple is empty. Villagers are concerned they can't do any merit making, which is when worshippers donate food to monks as a good deed in Buddhism. So they can't really practice their religion as they want to. So now they have to bring in more monks to this meth-filled temple and hope they don't get addicted to meth. It's a shit show.
Yeah, it's a meth. It's a mess out there.
It's a meth out there. That's it.
All right. I got this last one here. It's good news for any of the Iranian soccer players or fans that may have been spotted on TV not singing for or even booing in the stands their national anthem earlier in the World Cup because they were receiving death threats, right, about that. Yeah. And that's why you saw like the Ayatollah's lackeys were like, we're going to kill you. It's a fatwa for everyone, Don't fatwa me, please. But
It looked like me in 6th grade chorus during that national anthem.
Oh, this game, the U.S. game, they all had to sing because they were all getting death threats. Yeah. They all sang their hearts out. But it
You
turns
could tell
out
they were under immense pressure. Yeah.
yeah. Turns out if you get creative enough, there are ways out of going back. Like take, for example, what 3 brave and crazy men from Nigeria did to get to Spain's Canary Islands, a popular migration spot for migrants and refugees of Africa who often make, Africans often make dangerous journeys in overcrowded, unsafe boats. Sometimes you've heard of them going to like across the Mediterranean, but in this case, we're talking about to the Canary Islands.
Spanish territory. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, plus, like when you're in Africa somewhere and maybe, you're like job prospects aren't so hot and you're sitting around with your buddies and you're like, the Canary Islands are just over that water.
You think
I mean,
it's
the
job
name,
prospects? They're is the top of their list.
Well, if they're leaving the country, probably
Water,
they ain't
probably,
got no
and then
money or shit. They've
food.
got shit. Yeah. Well, yeah, but how do you get all that shit? Jobs.
It's just like the Mexicans and then the Central Americans coming over here.
Right. So this story we're talking
Canary
about,
Islands must sound like a fucking oasis. You're like,
absolutely. Well,
Yeah.
it is. And today we're talking about 3 men that rode on the rudder of a giant oil tanker for 11 days from Lagos, Nigeria, 2,000 miles across to the Canary Islands. Get a load of these fucking guys. Can you please
Holy
describe what's
shit.
going on here?
Oh man, so it's like
Oh my god.
so an oil tanker is something that you see like if you're on the beaches in New Jersey. It's the massive ship, like the ship that's so big, unimaginable. The rudder of it looks like a little whale tail penis. It probably sticks out about 20 feet from the boat and is about 1 or 2 feet off the water. And they're sitting on this metal rudder.
metal
There they are.
bench.
It's like a dock, a small dock.
Yeah, but they've
11
really
days.
worked themselves in there like really well. So
Yeah, that's the other thing is
you wanna
the
fall
bow
off
of the ship curves away from the rudder, so like they're jammed in there, they're wedged.
well, they don't want to get on the edge, yeah, because
Well,
And
it's
in
a
rough
dangerous
seas,
journey.
like that was in still water. In the ocean, like those waves are smacking them. Probably
You're
almost
under
knocking
the
'em
water
off.
a lot.
You're
Yeah,
onto
yeah.
something, Wes. And if you fall off
Jesus.
the rudder, you're dead. Would you rather fly Spirit or ride Rudder? You know what I mean?
Spirit.
Yeah, spirit. That's it.
I guess the men held on to each other's arms as they leaned over and took shits into the ocean because then
This-
How many days, Mark? How many days?
11 days. I guess
The
after
spirit
11 days-
equivalent would be like getting a seat on someone's lap. That would like be the spirit equivalent of what these guys did.
This has got to be a hoax. I don't believe these guys did that for 11 days.
Yeah, they were like Tom Cruise hanging onto the side of the helicopter,
did
but
they
onto
have
a rudder
water?
for 11 days.
That's
Right.
insane.
Yeah.
Water and food. Did they explain
they
that?
didn't have water or food, and we'll get to that in a second. I did read that in some instances, if you look in, there's like the rudder goes in to a spot. It's called like a rudder room. So maybe they could crawl in there and kind of like be in this giant hollowed area. And
Oh,
I see the little hole behind them.
yeah, you see it. So they can like crawl in there. It's like being in like a crawl space. It's very dark.
They were in a
There's not-
maintenance area.
No
That's a lot
amenities or
different
anything.
than being on that fucking
Yeah, this
rudder.
was-
Right, because they could get out of the sun.
This was
Otherwise,
to get out of the shit-smelling rudder room and get some fresh air. And yeah,
No, that's
lot
their
of fumes
toilet. Where
in
they
the
are
rudder
is their
room.
toilet.
yeah. And when it's like calm seas, they want to get some tan.
they go out,
some
yeah.
fresh air. Anyways, it's possible. Yeah, so they're probably in the rudder room, but not surprisingly, they were discovered to have hypothermia and severe dehydration. Because they didn't bring like 10 days worth of water in the rudder room. They brought whatever was on. They brought like one water bottle and like a piece of food. And, 11 days later, they were found with severe dehydration, hypothermia, and they're being treated for that in Spanish hospitals until they are released and getting sent directly back to lockers.
Oh no!
No, I'm just kidding. I don't know if that's the case. I don't know. I'm just
Probably.
Yeah, probably so. Honestly, probably so.
Yeah. 12,000 Africans have successfully made the dangerous sea voyage to the Canary Islands this year alone without booking a travel agent. And let's take it to the internet to see how the internet commenters dealt with this story.
I'm sure very delightfully, right? Yeah,
Harry
very
Prothero, we're
respectfully.
gonna starting off. It's going to be fine. And then Harry Prothero says, somewhat better than stowing away in the underbelly of a jet. Not by much though. One big wave and all. That's what Wes was saying. Like one big wave. Sayonara. And then you got Holden Hancock says, I'm betting they'd rather be somewhere else.
Little wordplay there.
Now we're going to get out to deep seas here. Seth Longley says, well, at least we know they're not stealing thousands of dollars worth of luggage at an airport.
Oh yeah, we knew it was going this way. Yeah,
All
yeah.
back to Sam. And then Captain America says, big deal. We have millions of people from all over the world, including criminals and terrorists, just walking freely across our wide open southern border, not to mention the drugs, guns, and who knows what diseases they're carrying.
Oh, Captain America's
rapists.
pissed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Captain
he
America.
hates immigration, bro.
Oh, he doesn't care. They don't have it nearly as bad as Captain America's got it. And then we'll go to the other side for this one. Cameron Keith says, ship them back the same way, which is a kind of a joke I made or thought of, earlier.
Jesus.
And then Ben Dover says, may you find yourself cold, homeless, and starving one day.
Yeah, I'm with Ben Dovers.
Are you? That's pretty harsh.
Fuck that guy.
Well, they're both assholes.
Well, don't send them back. They're both assholes. Don't send them back the way they came, but
No,
they
no.
literally are probably going to get sent back. That's as we've been covering Europe, and Mark just
Heartless
mentioned,
fuck.
yeah, they keep
People
sending them back.
commenting on both sides are always nuts, but let's not end on that. Let's end on a good note. While all sorts of people have all sorts of different opinions on the border and migration and stuff, let's bring this story full circle. I think we can all agree that if this Iranian woman who was at the World Cup Qatar is in fear of returning home, we would be willing to grant her asylum here in the U.S.
Yeah.
Yeah. About 21 times a month. Am I right, boys? Ow, ow!
We got to keep the pipes clean. Does she? Is that a tattoo on her arm? Are you allowed to have a tattoo?
I don't know.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Breaking all kinds of
It's like a
rules.
phone number. Yeah, I mean, no wonder they keep them covered up over there, right? They've got fucking unicorns running around. Iranian women and Muslim women are like the entire premise of Wakanda, right? They're just protecting their otherworldly advantage that they don't want the rest of the world to know, except instead of vibranium, they've got 11s that can belly dance over there. The jig is up, extreme Muslims. We're on to you, okay? I'm starting to think there's some serious method to their madness. They're all scrolling Instagram on Halloween, looking at Western women's slutty outfits with their jaws dropped, calling each other up. Javid, have you been on the gram today? It's fucking wild. Happy Halloween, am I right? Listen, we need to book a trip to the States yesterday. Hang on. What is she doing? Hang on, Javid. My wife is walking in front of the windows again. I'm going to have to scream at her. Why must she disobey me? I'll talk to you later.
Yeah.
Scream with his fists.
Yeah.
You don't want anybody to lay their eyes on a treasure like that.
No, they've been hiding this from us for millennium. You know, the Persian women have been beautiful for forever, and they're just covering them up.
All the rest of us dummies letting women live their lives the way they want to just don't understand.
Look at these whores, Javid.
Halloween. Halloween. They call it Halloween.
You've been on the gram, yes? Yes. That's it. That's gonna do it.
Nice. All right. Wheel time. Let's toss that bad boy up there.
Who's on High
Give
Five
it up, Steve.
and Florida Man this week?
Don't remember.
I think Pat's off the Patreon shows.
Will is high five.
Okay.
I don't recall.
And
Wes is got a long day tomorrow.
We'll have your cup of coffee in the big time tomorrow.
Always do. It's due for one
Well,
of the
but
days.
you know, it's good, but Wes, because you've already got all of your stories picked out.
Yeah, I won't get in there early. I'll let you down. We'll talk about that on the high five tomorrow. All right. Look, we love you guys. Seriously. We appreciate each and every one of you, and we hope that you all have a great fucking day today.